Him has hit theaters, the not Jordan Peele horror film, and everybody thinks it is. Justin Tipping makes one of his big first studio movie starring Marlon Wayans,
who is legitimately the star of the show,
and Tyreek Withers, who completely bombed in I know he did last summer remake.
Not necessarily. He has the funniest moment in the whole movie.
Yes, but we have a awesome show for you today on Carnage Candy. I'm Shaun, that's Greyson. Welcome. If you like horror movies, like the channel and subscribe, and stay tuned because we got this coming right now. Greyson.
Yes.
This movie is very polarizing in the horror community.
What do you mean?
I have seen people on Reddit say, this is spectacular. And on those comments say, what the hell are you talking about? And I have seen people say, this movie is dog shit. And the comments say, you suck.
When I left the theater last night from seeing this, the first thing that went through my head was, this movie's going to have a cult following.
Yes, it's
yes.
And I think that's so funny that like, the movie is like, when it says, I'm him, it's like he means a lot of weirdos are gonna like me because they know I'm bad, but they're gonna love me anyway. And yeah, you are right. This is so one of those movies.
Yes, it is 100%. In the next 10 years, I think that this movie will have a following like some of the 80s cult classic horror movies.
I think even like maybe in a couple of years, it'll be kind of like Halloween Ends. People being like, I love
Or Halloween 3.
Yeah. It's like, actually, this movie's pretty good. But we got Cameron Cade.
Yep.
Hotshot college quarterback, and he is coming at the draft. He's practicing. We'll do slight spoilers here, and we'll do maybe a spoiler cast towards the end if we feel like it's worth talking about that much. But accidents happen. He took a hit on the head.
Yeah, he definitely takes a hit.
And he's forced to perform at the combine. Things don't go as well as he planned, but Isaiah White, basically the Tom Brady of this fictional NFL universe. He got 8 rings. He wants to take Cameron Cade in and maybe have him be a part of is this the San Antonio Saviors? Oh, God, the first impact hits me right in the heart, dude. Oh, what do you mean the Saviors? Did you really just name the football team? But Greyson, just give me the rundown. What are your thoughts on this fucking thing?
Just the whole movie in general?
Yeah, just go for it.
I think it's the funniest movie of the year. It's so bad to say this, but this movie to me felt like what a new scary movie would feel like. And it's not just because Marlon Wayans is in it, but the way that Marlon Wayans acts in this, he is so good and so funny that he's making fun of like other stuff during the movie. And it makes me feel like it's a parody at some points because of how ridiculous this is. Mainly because of one thing in this movie that is stuck in my head the whole time. And it's these 2 random people in the film that have footballs on their head. And I cannot get that image of a half-naked, like, twins running around with footballs on their head.
And they're trying to do the creepy, like, crawling all fours.
It's not creepy, though. It's just funny.
Yeah.
It's extremely funny when you watch it. So I don't really see this as a horror movie as much as I see it as it's really funny. Yeah,
and I think that's, like, the #1 issue if you're going into this as a horror fan. And it's probably the reason I went in thinking I'm not gonna like this, because the horror, the football frame in general is just not scary.
It's not.
Yeah,
it's a cool idea.
It is.
It's a very cool idea.
It does not work.
It doesn't at all. Unfortunately, it does not. I appreciate what they were trying to do with it. You can definitely tell as this movie goes on, they get lost, and it's very hard to recover.
Yeah, and I think that whenever we find out kind of what's happening here, I got like really mad because the explanation of everything.
It's really dumb.
But the process of that is the scary movie.
Yeah.
Like that, and we'll get into that in just a second. But I think that they use like the mascots and the fan dress up as like a horror motif, and it is like like Gary said, it's interesting. It's not scary.
No, they rely on loud noises to make you jump.
Yeah.
It is a boom noise, and that's what's scary about the film, which is sad because I think they could have done some really interesting stuff to make it creepier than it actually was. But they do rely upon that. So if you're going in and you don't like really loud noises, you're going to get that. Also, there's a lot of flashing lights in one scene, so be prepared for that.
There's a lot of strobing.
It's off-putting. Very like it just happened. You're like, whoa.
Yeah. I will say that there are some qualitative things, and so we can get into the spoilers and dive into it. I'm just going to score this thing right now, and here's how I'm going to score it.
Okay.
I'm going to give it 1 point.
Okay.
Because the facility as a character is really effective.
It is cool.
The production design's awesome, and it's like this underground football mansion. Okay. Wardrobe kills it.
Okay.
Julia Fox's Elsie, the way she's dressed. Strippers, obviously. But the gear, they kind of strap him up in more like armor-like training gear and stuff like that. I will say that Marlon Wayans is hilarious.
Yeah.
And hams at the screen. And my final point is it has, I'm very sorry to do this. I'm going to seem really bad. It's got a lower body worth seeing the movie for.
Okay.
As a whole ass point.
Okay, so what is your scoring of this?
A 4 for those 4 points.
You give it a 4.
Yes.
Okay. I give it a 5.
Okay.
I give it a 5 because I could actually picture myself showing this to somebody and being like, "Can you believe this? Can you believe this?" So actually, it might be a little bit higher than a 5. I don't know. I'm still on the fence a little bit, but
wait. I'll give it 1 more point. Because it made you jump the hardest physical reaction I've ever seen you jump in a movie before.
I don't like, and the thing that made me mad was it wasn't even scary.
I know.
That's what made me so mad in the movie. It was extremely loud. Like, whenever it happens, it was just like, oh, what is that about?
He physically, like that.
That's my thing. Like, I hate jump scares like that. I like it whenever people work really hard and they build it up and it's really good. Not just, hey, you're driving, go! But it gave me a huge, physical reaction to it.
I'll stick it at a 5. All right, you're showing this to people.
So I would, show it to people. And I would say that the main reason it does get that score is because of Marlon Wayans. If Marlon Wayans was not in this movie would be a 2. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't see anybody else carrying these lines. No. And he's like laughing and crying at the same time, just like, he's so talented.
Jim Jeffries is also good in this.
Yeah.
Because Jim Jeffries plays basically the medic, the doctor of the movie, and he's really good in it as well. But Marlon Wayans, every time he shows up, you are just excited to see him on the screen because he does so well in this.
You don't know what he's gonna do. What do you feel about Tyreek Withers' performance in it?
He's okay.
Yeah.
I kind of feel bad for Tyreek Withers because I think he is a really good actor. They don't really give him much in this one. It's okay. You took a concussion here. You got hit in the head. You're going to be kind of dazed the whole movie. You're not going to really know what's going on.
Yeah.
It just needs you to kind of be like, what? What's happening here? What's this all about? So the ending for him is awesome.
Yeah.
I do appreciate the ending of what they do with Cameron Cade. But the rest of the movie, he's kind of boring.
I feel like Marlon Wayans just overshadows him.
100%.
I feel like if this didn't have a foil for Cameron Cade to work off of, I feel like it would have been a really good performance. But it is just like Marlon Wayans is what to talk about here, unfortunately. But okay, we're gonna dive into a little bit of spoilers here. Talk just briefly, but if you stick around, I'll give you a big fat lollipop with Tootsie Roll inside. So don't leave. Or go watch the movie and come finish this later. We have this through line of Marlon Wayans being passing the torch, right?
Yes.
And yeah, I went into this thinking that Marlon Wayans would be in his head the whole time, like a figment of imagination, like a generated character, basically.
Which is cool. The trailer doesn't spoil much,
Yes.
which is neat about this.
Yeah, and I think that unfortunately, this is one of those movies that's that makes a good trailer.
Yeah.
But in context, it's all kind of stupid and ridiculous. But our finale reveals, through blood transfusions and weird injections and abusive treatment from Isaiah White, Cameron Cade goes to the practice field, which is bowled in the ground, which is really cool. And he meets basically the owner, trainer, Isaiah White's wife, played by Julia Fox, and a couple of others. And they basically say that they've been a high council that of the Saviors, the San Antonio Saviors, and they've groomed Cameron Cade from birth, and his dad has basically sold him off.
Yep, to become the next GOAT.
Yes, and every time they say GOAT, we did a promotion for a company that wanted us to call their merch swag. Mm-hmm. And this was like a couple of years ago, and swag was like way out the door.
Yeah.
And just like, I was just like, this feels, I don't know, man. It feels like an older person wrote this. I don't know if that was me, but it all ends in a very violent eruption, which is very funny. He chops a guy's head off and he kicks it down the football field.
It's pretty funny. The ending of this movie is spectacular.
Yeah.
The ending is really, really fun. I do want to say this. I think the writer for this film loved Highlander.
Oh, yeah?
Because there's a line whenever Marlon Wayans and Tyreek Withers are fighting. And Tyreek Withers goes, there can only be one. I was like, this man loves Highlander.
Yeah.
This dude loves it. There can only be one chosen one, and the other one's got to go.
Because it comes down with Isaiah White saying, do you want to take my spot? You're going to have to kill me.
Which is a really bad fight scene, by the way. It's rough.
Yeah, and then obviously Isaiah White has also been granted this, passed down from other quarterbacks.
The chosen ones, the Highlanders.
Yeah.
Man, I wish their team would have been called the Highlanders. I would have been so sick.
It would have been so good. But I got mad because there's flashes of his dad training him as a kid and stuff. And I was like, man, that is an interesting horror movie. If you went in knowing, if you started the movie with the team and the team owners were doing some horrible ritual to Isaiah White to basically birth him as the chosen one, and then cut to like 4 years later, and they pick the kid, and then they're approaching the dad. I want to see what the dad had to do to make his son offered up to this high council.
Yeah, they really kind of gloss over that. It's just, there's a picture of the owner talking to the dad. That's it.
Yeah, and like the dad abusing the son through sports, and then the kid getting groomed in Pee-wee, and then high school and college. This is all extremely interesting because I would be so scared for the kid knowing that he's going to be, like basic. It's the same thing as it's like Rosemary's Baby, but with sports, right? Yeah. That's the fear, is that that he is being manipulated and taken advantage of, and you want to see him fight back. But instead, we just get like a quick dump in 5 minutes, and then he kills everybody, which is it was funny, like Greyson said.
It's very funny.
But that's where the horror movie here is.
Yeah.
To me, at least, I think that's such a much more interesting thing than us just, because it's so out there that the movie itself is complete nonsense.
It is. There's a lot of walking around, jump scare. You don't really get an explanation on why things are happening. You have Isaiah White talking about how he's constantly watching film, and you hope they're going to kind of hint more towards what it is instead of what you see at the end.
And what the reveal is, it's just crowd funnel cheering for him. And I don't know. There's something much more nefarious that it could have been.
I was hoping that it was going to be him watching all of Cameron Cade's life.
Oh, yeah.
I was hoping that he was going to be studying every bit of it leading up to, because
home movies.
Isaiah White's character knows he's going to have to pass it So unless he can stop him. So that's what I was kind of hoping for. And I was also hoping that they were going to dive more into like maybe like a satanic thing kind of happening and really show off more stuff to it.
Yeah.
They kind of like gloss over it. There is stuff in there, but it's not what you're really hoping for. And there's a lot of moments at the end where you're thinking, oh, this is about to get crazy.
Yeah.
And then it kind of pulls away.
It gets crazy, but not that crazy.
Yeah, there's a scene that has Tim Heidecker, who's from Tim and Eric's Awesome Show, which he's hilarious in this movie as well. He gets drug onto this circle.
Yeah, with the demonic
and
insignia.
I was thinking, okay, here comes like Smile. At the end of Smile, you see the monster. I was like, here comes the demon. We're gonna see it. We're gonna see what they're worshiping and what's giving them all this power. And you don't.
Yeah.
You don't get anything. It's just an explosion.
Yeah, I was on at the minimum. I was like, "Oh, cool! We're gonna see a really sick dismemberment here," because I thought he was gonna get pulled into a star formation with his head, arms, and legs. But that doesn't happen. He just kind of explodes, and then you get like this. Obviously, they had queued up celebratory jets.
Yeah,
like the owners had decided that they were gonna do a flyover.
It's funny. There's a lot of funny stuff that happens, and it is cool looking. It just makes you wish there was a little bit more to this film, because there's so many parts in this movie that you say to yourself, oh, it's almost there. It's almost there.
Yeah.
And you hope that the ending is going to really just, and it just kind of gives you a, huh?
Yeah, and I think that's, as this film stands, that's probably its biggest issue.
Yeah.
It's like, it looks... It's not like poorly directed. It's really well lit, and the production, like I said, production design's awesome. But like, it really is just like throwing everything at you as a viewer, and then giving you a little poof of resolve at the end. But yeah, I don't really know. I feel like this is probably a good first studio movie for our boy. What's his name up top? Oh my gosh, I can't. Tipping. I almost said Justin Tipping. And he has not made a lot of movies. And this movie felt like a pretty big production. So.
Yeah, it did. It's also pretty short. It's an hour and 30 minutes, or I think like an hour and 38 minutes. So it's a very fast movie. And I hope we get to see Marlon Wayans in more roles like this. I really do. I want to see him go into more like serious and kind of wild roles, because I think he can do it.
Yeah.
Like he is definitely a star. He's phenomenal in this movie.
I'm hoping that his Scary Movie reboot doesn't suck him back into only making those kinds of movies. I hope he does both.
Yeah, because he's so freaking talented in this film. But yeah, I think that if it wasn't for how many bad movies we had seen this year, this probably would have been in like the lower tiers. But there's been so much bad stuff this year that this was kind of like, oh, okay, that was, middle of the road there. Okay, that's fine, I guess.
Speaking of middle of the road, make sure and go watch our other latest review of.
Let's see, we have The Conjuring, we have The Long Walk.
Go watch that
got
one.
Both of those up.
And The Long Walk has a differences between book and movie segment in there. So it's right here.
Check both of those out. I'll make sure that they're in there.
Both of them? Mm-hmm. But what if there's only one? What if there can only be one?
Shaun's a fan of the Highlander as well. Oh, no.
Highlander's okay.
Yeah, Highlander is pretty sick.
I think Highlander sucks.